Hello everybody and welcome back to another Jollymun Podcast with Alfie Carter. It's the 27th of April. It's about 3:57 and it's a really excruciatingly exciting time at the moment. Really is. It's overcast, it's a Monday, it's a quarantine, it's, slightly tumultuous political time, but no one's really doing anything. Everything, all the knowledge that I get now, and I think all of us are getting, it's just from media. That's like completely all it is, because we're not really going out and talking to each other as much and seeing kind of gradual changes. We're literally, all we're doing is checking our phones and looking for the next update from the big man Boris Johnson. I personally haven't been, because I don't really, he's not going to say something that's going to make me go like, of course, that's the meaning. That's what I was meant to be looking for in life. Was the words and meaning that he would say. So that's why I haven't done that. But he's probably fine. He's probably doing a good job. Apparently, there was some weird, hoax thing. This is why you shouldn't go on your phone too much. About Kim Jongun. Apparently, had a little, incident. Something about a surgeon. I don't know. Maybe he just had heartburn. I don't know. Maybe God knows what. Maybe he tripped over. What do they do in North Korea? I don't really know. I don't think any of us really know. It's really hard to guess what Kim Jong-un could have hurt himself doing. Could he have dropped? Because he's a nationalist. So maybe he was flying this big North Korean flag over his head. Over his big bloated head, big flag, and then the flagpole snapped. You can kind of see it, and it lands on him, and it covers him like a blanket, And it's rather special because, when soldiers are coming back from war and they've got the Union Jack rested over them in their coffins, it's all, that's kind of what it looked like, except he didn't have a coffin, and he was just kind of freaking out as he was pinned down by his country's flag. But that probably isn't probably what happened. In fact, he's probably absolutely fine. It's probably just to get some excitement into the people, just trying to get them to remember that they're powerful people. Just got to keep reminding us. Just in case you nearly forget. And yeah, occasionally you do, Sometimes you go for a walk and it's lovely, it's sunny, your dog licks your leg. You're like, didn't expect a dog to lick my leg just now, but it happened and it's looking at me and it's all fluffy, so it's all quite funny, really. In those moments you sort of forget that there are some people who we don't see who, have a little bit, maybe manipulate me a little bit. But that's okay, because the dog just licked my leg. But I haven't got a dog in my room and my leg's feeling dry. So that's why I'm feeling a little bit morbid. Oh, I know what I need to do today. I've been doing the Guardian quick crossword every day. Pretty fun, kind of worth doing. Gets you on your toes, makes you quick, makes you sharp, makes you think of synonyms. It's pretty fun. It's okay. I tried to get my friend to do it. I need to invest in this company, man. This company that deals with rubbish. They throw rubbish away. And people just constantly have rubbish, have plastic forks, McFlurry boxes, tubs. I don't even know what you call the shape of a McFlurry. All that awful business. So yeah, but the thing is, I tell you people, the stock's not going down in price. So I'm a little bit irritated because I needed to do that before I can make the best investment possible, which is what all of us should be doing, really. Other than that, what else have I got to say? No, it's not really that exciting. Slaughterhouse 5 by Vonnegut. Pretty fun book. Just reading it now. It's kind of cool. He goes back and forth in time. It's kind of cool. Like the guy he's here and then he's 20 years ahead, and it's all almost like this kind of ambiguity of time and when it all actually really happens. I think it's also like them kind of escaping from the war in his mind. It's really fun though. It's really cool. It's kind of science fiction-y. But yeah, pretty good book, pretty fun. The only thing that I thought of, and I did this, I wrote this down in the park the other day. I went for a walk and I sat down in the grass on my own, and I got my notepad out, and then I just was writing. I was thinking, because I was trying to think of something that was like, I'll tell you what I did. I'm kind of beating around the bush here. I was like, okay, let's think of an object or something and just try and see what we can write down about it. Maybe it'll be funny, maybe it won't be, maybe it'll just be kind of a good exercise and you think about things a little bit, because it's all kind of things I'm trying to practice at the moment. So I wrote down onion, okay, don't know why. It's kind of a household item. You can find them underneath your stairs or whatever in your cellars. I've got them on my shelf. Not in the kitchen, not in my room. And I realised an onion. So you have an onion, and you know when you're going to put an onion in a pan, and you have to prepare it first. So you take the brown skin off the onion, and then there's another kind of slightly green, kind of slimy, not slimy, but kind of slightly moist layer. And then you take that bit off, and then most people stop there because they're content with that quantity of onion. That they're going to slice it up now. They're not too, these bits aren't too bitter. It's going to go nice in the lamb casserole. Okay, this onion. Maybe 2 even, if you're feeling. I think Gordon Ramsay uses 1.5 in his recipe, but hairy bikers apparently use 2. They prefer onions. Maybe it's where they're from. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe their beards allow them to intake a little bit more oniony tang. So you. Oh yeah, but what if you just kept peeling the layers away? Surely you get to a point where there'd be no onion left. But then we still consider, like, the onion, which hasn't got the layers, an onion. So if I take a layer off an onion, it's still an onion. If I take a layer off an onion, it's still an onion. But once I've taken all the layers off, then there's no onion left. So maybe the onion is the layers, but then you take it off. It's kind of cool. I don't know. It's like kind of funky onion philosophies. But then it's like us, like you and me. Maybe we're onions as well. Because if you take this Pikachu shirt off my back, you take my red and, I had to check what colour they were, red and blue checkered pyjamas from around my waist and down to my ankles. Do you remove my house? Do you remove my microphone and my laptop and my recording software? Am I nothing but those things? And don't I become the onion that's been peeled away to nothing? Who knows? I had a massive breakfast today. Well, it was at like half two. I had a breakfast because me and my friends were playing League of Legends in the morning. It's not something I'm proud of, but it's definitely enjoyable. I had one of those, when you watch like strongmen meal videos, and it's like Eddie Hall, and he's like 4 screens wide. He's kind of weird looking. Like if when you go to I don't know, imagine you sat in like a corner of a restaurant. Eddie Hall is. Don't worry, he's wide. Okay, he's wide. And he's massive. Yeah, he's just huge, and he's kind of got like this huge pile. I kind of did that a little bit. It looked like a strongman meal because I was just really, all I cared about was the quantity of food. I didn't care how it was prepared, so I borderline threw 4 eggs into a pan. Actually, fun fact: as I was taking one of the eggs out of the fridge, I dropped it, but then I had this tub of butter, like a plastic tub, almost like a Lurpak, but it wasn't Lurpak. Just picture that, okay? Or like spreadable clover. All these, just any butter in a plastic tub, okay? Not that kind of paper, like that metally paper that sometimes they wrap it in. It's the ones that's in a tub, and yeah, I've given some examples, and I dropped the egg, but then I quickly relocated my hand, which had the tub in it, to be underneath the egg, and it caught it, and it didn't crack, and I was kind of happy. And so I've put the eggs in the pan, and then I had 4 crumpets, 4 eggs. Then I had like the crumpets were loaded. These were like, I put jam on one and peanut butter on the other, on two for 2. But it doesn't. And I had a pear. The pear's what did it. I think that's what's giving me the indigestion now. The 4 eggs and the 4 crumpets, that they slid right through into my digestive system. But man, that pear really throwing me some hassle. It's elbowing my esophagus. And yeah, I've been posting these little Instagram podcast highlights on my Instagram. I've also got a comedy Instagram secret. It's a secret one. No one knows about it yet, but it's a secret. The 2 people who know about it. And so what I'm trying to do now is I'm just trying to get like at least like 7 or 8 videos and just like little pieces on there. So then when I do advertise it, say people, I've got this. If you'd like to listen, it's actually got some quantity. Because there was nothing worse than people being like, follow my YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And it's got like no videos. Just like, well, what am I following this for? Like, why would I follow you? You have 0 posts. I don't really have a huge kind of desire to message you. Hence, I'm even making this decision or even having such like a dilemma about it. Okay, you're clearly someone that I kind of can't be asked to follow. Hence, I won't. Right? But if I make it post and it's gone mildly funny, then it should actually have that initial like, oh yeah, no, I will follow this, rather than it being like, well, I don't want to be rude to Alfie because actually, I don't think anyone would do that. Also, it would be silly to think that's rude that you don't enjoy a product, so you haven't like gone along with it. I wonder what people would be like if we did. I know, but it's such a weird thing. if we like didn't do things so another person didn't get upset, because I feel like you spend a lot of your time doing that, but maybe they wouldn't have actually got upset, so I wonder how, but I guess that kind of empathy is what's built up like lots and lots of aspects of society which breed a lot of happiness for people. For example, that's why we have horses, maybe, because we're like, oh, I want a horse to be happy and not get chased around by Tesco employees who want to turn it into Tesco curries. Who remembers that? Who remembers when Tesco had horse meat in their food? Some cheeky thing. I don't really mind. I didn't really see the problem with eating horses. They're probably a real pain in the ass to kill, though. I don't know how you do that, because their head's so high up. Like, you can't you'd have to like alter the cow killing chamber, make it all higher. This is really tragic, really. Maybe lower the floor. A bit lateral thinking there. A bit sad, all these animals, but it's kind of not at the same time. It's a weird one. It is a weird one. That's why there's no right answer, which is quite fun, because it means you can do something and there's no right answer. I think eggs. I'm cool with eggy ethics. I think I'm kind of okay with that, because I know, maybe I'm not. But the chicken, yeah, it's pretty tough. It's a pretty rough one, when you lock an animal in a cage and then it gets so many steroids in it that it has to produce this product from its, I don't know how it comes out, and then I've got to somehow make that. I've got to be like, no, that's fine, that's good. Well, if we look at the rules of Earth, then apparently that's okay. Yeah, I don't know when ethics came about, actually. Obviously there was the religion. There was religion for a while. There has been, still is, probably will be, and that's kind of got ethics and moral code and things. But I don't know when. Like, the idea of ethics is quite odd. Bit sleepy. Sorry, I woke up at like 3 a.m. I was sweating. I was really thirsty, because I had a bag of crisps before I went to bed. It was really annoying. It was like about 1 o'clock in the morning, maybe. I hate these like kettle salt crisps, but because it was half the packet that I left earlier on the side, and I ate it all. I was like, I don't need a drink. I think I'll be able to firm this one. Right now, my mouth's feeling moist. I'm going to be asleep. I'm not going to notice that I'm feeling a bit dry. I wake up, I have a drink. I thought my sleeping would like numb my necessary bodily functions. Anyway, I woke up and I was like, oh, my tongue is really quite dry right now. It felt like candle wax in my mouth. So I gugged down loads of water, and then I couldn't get back to sleep, and the birds were tweeting. It was really odd. It was like the world was alive, but I kind of was semi there. Birds were tweeting. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. The birds were tweeting, as in not women on a common social media platform, but actually more live animals in a tree outside my window. My estate's quite funny, really. It's like a really quite rough estate, and then there's just this huge tree in the middle of it. It's like the tree of life, grown from the poverty. Of course, it's not that bad at all. I'm kind of joking. But trees don't really mind where you plant them as long as they've got soil. And people should be like that as well. You've got the mind. Your mind is all you need. Then you can grow anywhere, right? You put a tree in the council estate, it grows. You put it in the middle of Wiltshire, it'll grow. That's what you got to be. Yeah. It's quite fun working. I think in the future, when I fix my bike, I'm gonna put up loads of signs in local allotments saying that I'll do physical work, I don't know, digging up beds or whatever. Because I'm having a really good time. I've been doing some work recently on allotments on the weekends. It's quite fun, digging about. It's quite nice. Having a sickle in your hand, there's something really nice about it. It's just really cool. I think if everyone had a sickle and a little patch of grass to hack at for just 2 minutes a day, everyone would be a little more relaxed. We wouldn't have so many problems with their grammar. Because you just slice and then you sharpen it, and you slice and you sharpen it, and you just see the progress you're making. Anyway, everybody, it was really lovely to spend this time with you. My eyes are a bit droopy. I apologise. But we've had a great time, and I hope you enjoyed the intro music, which whenever my friends listen to the podcast, they say that they like the intro music, so that's a good sign. And it's I should put it in the description. It is what's he called? Muddy Waters, Got My Mojo. Old song. It's very, very lovely. Goodbye.